Your jump starter could total your car before it ever starts it. Not someday. Not eventually. The very first time you use it wrong. Right now, in your trunk or your glove box. There's a device you trust with a $2,000 computer module, and there's a real chance it's a ticking time bomb wrapped in cheap plastic. Today you're going to find out which 7 jump starter brands are quietly destroying vehicles across the country, why the receipts and repair bills prove it, and why the cheapest option on Amazon might be the most expensive mistake you make all year. Stick with me to the end because number 1 is sitting in more glove boxes than you'd ever expect, and it might be sitting in yours. Number 7. The Charamile 5000A and the Copycats just like it, selling for $40 to $60 with claims of 5,000, 6,000, even 10,000 amps. You see the listing? You see the fake 5-star reviews, and you think you found a steal. Here's your reality check. A real 5,000 amp jump starter with actual safety certification costs $300 or more. What you're buying instead is a cheap lithium cell stuffed into thin plastic with zero thermal management and zero cell balancing. That's not a bargain. That's a gamble with your engine bay. Owners have reported the casing getting so hot it softens in your hand, and the Consumer Product Safety Commission has already issued recalls tied to units exactly like this. Hook it up backward, which happens more than you'd think at 6 in the morning half asleep, and you're not looking at a dead battery anymore. You're looking at welded terminals, a blown fuse box, or a fried alternator that costs you $500 minimum to replace. This is a financial disaster disguised as a discount. Number 6. The old lead-acid booster box sitting in your garage right now, the one your dad handed down to you. It feels heavy, it feels tough, and that's exactly the trap. That thing was engineered for cars from the 90s, not for your modern vehicle packed with over 200 sensitive computer modules running your engine, your transmission, and your safety systems. A lead-acid charger can spike past 20 volts during a jump. Your car's electronics are built for 12. That spike is enough to fry a control module outright, and that's not a cheap fix. That's a repair bill north of $1,000 depending on your make and model. On top of that, lead-acid batteries lose their charge just sitting on a shelf, so the unit you think is ready to save you is probably running on half its original power. This box isn't backup safety. It's a money pit waiting for the worst possible moment to fail you. Number 5. The DeWalt DXAEJ14 Power Station. Over $150 for technology that hasn't changed in 2 decades. You bought it because you trust the name on the tool, and that's exactly why this one stings. It has no spark-proof protection and no reverse polarity safeguard, which means one wrong connection on a 2022 Silverado or a 2019 Camry can fry the exact modules that keep your car running. Owners describe it beeping constantly with no explanation, standing in a dark parking lot wondering if their $2,000 mistake is already happening. It's bulky enough to eat half your trunk space, and it's heavy enough that you'll dread pulling it out. A trusted logo doesn't protect your alternator. Outdated technology in a shiny box is still outdated technology, and it will still betray you. Number 4. The Nameless 6000A Specials. Brands with keyboard, mash names you'll never find again, selling for around $60 with a listing that looks a little too polished. This is where cheap crosses into dangerous. Inside these units are low-grade lithium cells, crammed together with no insulation and no gap between them. When those cells heat up during a jump, and they will, they expand. When they expand with nowhere to go, they touch. When they touch, they short-circuit. That is not a hypothetical, that is a documented pattern behind dozens of federal recalls. Scroll far enough into the reviews and you'll find photos of swollen batteries, melted plastic, and scorch marks on carpet from people who trusted a $60 box with their car and their garage. Your safety is worth more than $60, and so is your home. This isn't a jump starter, it's a fire hazard with a warranty that vanishes the moment the company disappears. Number 3. The AVAPOW 28, a legitimate-looking listing. Decent photos, and a smart protection system that is almost too protective. Sounds responsible, right? Here's the betrayal. When your battery is truly dead, not weak, actually dead, the safety system reads that low voltage and refuses to work. It flashes a red light and shuts you out of the one thing you bought it to do. There's a manual override, but you shouldn't need to troubleshoot electronics in a freezing parking lot at midnight with your car dead and your patience gone. Independent testing has shown this override doesn't always work either, leaving drivers stranded with a fully charged jump starter that simply refuses to jump their car. A safety feature that locks you out in an emergency isn't safety. It's a costly mistake sitting quietly in your trunk, waiting to disappoint you exactly when you need it most. Number 2. The NexPow G17. Nearly identical hardware to the last one under a different logo and a different color plastic, and the same failure baked in. Car and driver tested this exact scenario, hooking it up to a deeply discharged battery under controlled conditions, and it simply couldn't recognize the battery at all. Not even the override helped. It just sat there blinking while the test car stayed completely dead. A jump starter that can't jump a dead battery isn't a tool. It's a paperweight with a warranty sticker on it. Owners describe being stranded in grocery store lots, late for work, holding a device that looked capable in the photos and failed the one time it mattered. The entire point of owning a jump starter is peace of mind. This one replaces that peace of mind with false confidence, and false confidence is the most expensive kind of confidence there is. Number 1. The viral do-it-yourself hack where someone wires alligator clips straight onto an 18-volt Ryobi power tool battery and calls it a free jump starter. This is the one that should terrify you the most. A fully charged 18-volt tool battery actually sits closer to 20 or 21 volts. Your car's electrical system is built for 12 to 15. Spike a modern vehicle with 21 volts and you don't damage one part, you risk frying the engine control unit, the body control module, and the transmission control module all at once. That's not a $200 fix. That's a repair bill that can climb into the thousands, sometimes rivaling the value of an older car outright. There's no reverse polarity protection, no thermal management, no spark proofing, nothing standing between you and disaster. This hack might have survived on a 1987 Chevy with 0 computers on board. On your modern car, it's not a shortcut. It's playing with fire under your own hood. So before you grab whatever's cheapest, or whatever's been sitting in your garage for a decade, remember what you just learned. 7 brands, 7 ways your car, your wallet, and your safety could pay the price for a decision that takes 10 seconds to make. Drop a comment where you're watching this from, because I want to know how many of you already own one of these. And if you don't want to be the next horror story in someone else's comment section, subscribe now, because the next video breaks down exactly which jump starters actually earn a spot in your trunk.